Hi, my name is 𝗠𝙁𝙗𝗲 with Sweet Tree Productions. We've been using Mode for over a year and a half now and had great luck with them. We work with national artists such as Travis Tritt, Megan Ronnie, Young Gravy, a lot of different national artists we've got to use these with great luck. The reason that we do like these so much compared to our other motors that we have, these are completely wireless. So they're battery powered. We don't have to worry about three-phase power. We also don't have to worry about running control cable to everything and worrying about really expensive remote control devices to control the motors. And the biggest advantages that we have had with these motors is not having to have cabling. And I know not having to run cables saves time, but it also saves so much weight on the vehicle. So if we have a 200-pound trunk that has 800 pounds of cabling that's in it, then you're looking at 1,000 pounds of cabling just to be able to run the motors. And then you have a motor controller that can weigh 80 to 100 pounds, and the power going to the motor controller can weigh up to 400 pounds depending on what gauge cable you have to use for the feeder. So these, there's nothing, as you can see, going to it at all. It's all wireless control, and the batteries that are inside of them are super lightweight, very easy to change. Just pop this open, this door opens, and you can switch them out. We have bought multiple batteries to have backups. That way we can go from one venue to the other. The cases are very convenient. They have a spot for you to put the spare battery. They have the charger, and the charger has your typical, like a PS2 control. And we built these, which go from PowerCon to this. That way we can come out of a light fixture, or you can do TrueCon, whatever you'd like to. And then they come with extra D-links. And we take ours off. That way this is a little bit shorter for our PA stack, but there's plenty of extra D-links in there for the chain. And then to get the battery in there to where we can come out of a lighting fixture to continuously charge these while they're up in the air. That way they can stay even longer. So without that, they still last quite a while. And we've just been super happy with how much we've been able to save with weight on the truck and time on the show site, not having to run cables. So we highly recommend these. And super easy on-off button. Once you turn them back on, they resync very quickly. And you also have a very easy safety limit on each side. So it just hits where you set the safety stop and stops automatically. So these have been really good, very easy to deal with. If there's any problems, you can get parts easily. You basically, we can show you over here, you just turn on your iPhone or an Android device. You make sure you're connected to the correct router, and then you go to the Mode software, go to Freehoist, and then they will generate. We have these 3 motors generated. So I'm going to click on this one, show you as soon as I press up, we have movement over there. As soon as I press up here, we have movement on this one, and then we'll select all 3. And you can hear all 3 moving in unison, which is really important on motors. When you hit down, all 3 are in unison. And as you can see on this one, when you start going down, it's a little bit of a slower speed, which has came in handy for us to be able to pin line arrays and do very intricate work with them. It works very well. So it's really that simple. You just select a motor, press up or down, and then you can hit the stop button if you need to do the emergency stop. And the speed starts getting up there. It kind of cranks up on speed to not put too much load on the motor. Going down is great. And if you want to make a group out of these, you would just select all 3, hit the group that you want it to be. And we already have those grouped in there is the reason it said existing group devices. But the reason the grouping comes in handy for us, if we have multiple trusses on a set, you can just go between the different groups. So this group could be the back truss, this group could be the front truss, and it keeps you from having to remember which one's which. You can also press down and hold. The device details will kind of show you how much you've got battery life, and it'll also tell you what number the motor is. When you hold down on it and you go to edit number, you can put what number you want this motor to be assigned to. And then the other thing is kind of nice, if you have it selected, you can go to settings and you can change your account password and the actual name for the router. So we've got this one changed to Sweet Tree Motor 1 with our password, and that allows us to be able to have a router just for these particular motors. And just make sure to take a screenshot of what your password is and everything, because it could get pretty bad if you don't. And then that would allow us to be able to have one router if you wanted to for these, just for these 2, and a separate router that has a separate password if you wanted to just have technicians only allowed to have access through the app for certain motors. You could set them up on different wireless networks, which is really nice. The Freehoist has a lifting capacity of 1 ton, 2,000 pounds. Even when lifting a full load, it can resume operation effortlessly after a pause, and it is CE certified. With an IP65 waterproof rating, it remains reliable even in heavy rain. But we have had great luck with these, and hope you guys get to buy some of them, and have a great day.